Hi everyone and welcome back. So in today's video, I am going to try out Nars. Now Nars is finally available in India. It's available on Sephora India and Shoppers Stop. I have a package from them with some amazing products and I'm so thankful for this package because Nars is one of my dream brands. I always wanted to try it, especially their light reflecting foundation and the radiant creamy concealer. I was so curious to try these products and I finally have them. So I'm very excited for today's video. I'm not going to talk a lot because this video is going to be long. We are going to talk about the products. I'm going to do a wear test. So let's get started. The moisturizer that I used is the Clinique 100 Hour Moisture Surge, and now I am going to use a primer. The primer that I'm really loving these days is the e.l.f. Power Grip. This kept my makeup intact for 6 hours yesterday, so yeah, I really like this. So I'm just going to apply some here, some on my forehead. I basically apply this all over my face. Now I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes so that it becomes tacky. And then I am going to apply the foundation. Till then, let's talk about the foundation. The foundation is supposed to give you medium buildable coverage, a natural finish, breathable all-day wear, and it has got a vegan formula. It's suitable for most skin types, including sensitive skin, and this won't clog pores. Now let's try it out. This one is a little bit dark for me, but I think I can use this as a bronzer, as a liquid bronzer, and this one is my exact shade. This foundation is supposed to be a blend of makeup and skincare. It instantly blurs imperfections, smooths the look of textured skin, and helps conceal blemishes, dark spots, and redness. The cost of this foundation is $50 on their official website, which converts to 4150 rupees, and in India on Sephora and Shoppers Stop, this costs 4300 rupees. It was a relief for me to find out that these products are not priced like the Rare Beauty products. Rare Beauty is crazy expensive on Sephora. Now this foundation is available in 18 shades. I think the shade M4 Barcelona is the perfect shade for me, and it also says on the bottle that you have to shake well before you use this. This kind of sounds very liquidy. I can't wait to try it. Now on this side I am going to use a brush, and on this side I am going to use a makeup sponge. So I'm just going to take one pump on the back of my hand. It has got the consistency of a serum foundation, I'd say. This has got a very dewy finish. I think this has got a sheer to medium kind of coverage. I'm not sure if it's buildable. This has got a very light formula though. And I will say that this has got a sheer coverage. Now let's try it with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge on this side. So I'm directly going to pick it up with the sponge. Okay, I'll say that I'll probably use this with a brush because I like this finish more, and it was also easy to apply with a brush. So this is definitely a my skin but better kind of foundation. This has got sheer coverage. This is how one pump looks on my skin. Okay, so up close, this looks so good. It doesn't really feel like a foundation. It feels like a tinted moisturizer, very light on the skin. Now I'm just gonna try and build it up on my pigmentation and see whether it can cover it or not. I'm using my PAK 218 brush. And let's just try to cover this. Okay, I can see some coverage. So I have applied about 2 to 3 layers around my mouth. The thing is that it still looks very natural. It's not covering a lot. I'd say that you can get medium coverage. That's the maximum coverage you will get from this foundation. But it looks very natural. Now let's try and use the shade 2.3 as a liquid bronzer. Okay, so this is like a very warm shade, as you can see, also a little deep for my skin tone. It can be the perfect bronzer. Let's find out. I am using my PAK 234 brush. I'm just slightly applying this. So I love using the darker shade of a foundation as my bronzer because the way it blends and the way it melts into your skin is just amazing. I can see why this can be a really good clean girl foundation. This has got minimum coverage and it does blur out your skin to an extent. And you know, the glow this gives is amazing. It's such a clean glow. Now I will say that if you want a similar finish with a little bit more coverage, You can go for the Smashbox Halo Tinted Moisturizer. That too is amazing. Now let's get to the concealers. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer and I have got a couple of shades. Number 1 is Medium Deep 2 Caramel and number 2 is Medium Deep 2.5 Chestnut. Now I did swatch both the shades. This one is more like my shade. Now this is not exactly a highlighting shade, not something that I will apply on top of, medium coverage or full coverage foundation, but this is something that I can use on this foundation to cover pigmentation and dark circles. So the shade Caramel is an exact match for me. This is Medium Deep number 2 and then Medium Deep 2.5 can be a corrector shade for me because this has got a pink undertone. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this on my under eyes. I don't know about the coverage right now, so I am going to use very little bit. And by the way, the foundation had no particular fragrance. The concealer too has not got any specific fragrance. I'm just gonna place a little bit. And let me just blend this in with my fingers. This is supposed to be a corrector shade for me. Wow, that blended really well. Do I even need a concealer? And now I am going to use shade number 2. It does feel very creamy, and can you see the swatch? This is exactly my skin tone. So for blending again, I am going to use my pack brush. The concealer is very creamy. This does blend really well. This is a very good concealer. It's definitely going to be one of my favorites. So this is how my face looks after applying the foundation and the concealer. I thought I will zoom you in and show you what's happening on my face through a macro lens. I really like how the foundation and the concealer are sitting on my skin. It looks very natural, very skin-like. Also the concealer has got some coverage, so you have to use the least amount. This looks so good. Alright, so for powder, I think I'm just going to use my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation. This one is in NC41. And as I said, I'm just going to set my under eyes and smile lines. For brush, I'm using the Prosh P07. And I'm just going to pick up some product. I think I like the concealer more than the foundation because the foundation is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. If you like natural makeup, glass skin and clean girl look, then I think you're gonna love the foundation. Basically, if you're not looking for a lot of coverage. Okay, so now we are going to use the single eyeshadow, and I did use it without a base on this side, and I think it looks better with a base, like I used it on this side. So let me show you how I did this eye look. First of all, I am going to use the concealer, and then I'm just going to blend it in with my finger first. And then let's use the sponge. This will make everything very even. Okay, and now I'm just going to lightly set it with the leftover powder on the brush. So I will need a transition shade first because I used a black on this side, as you can see. And I want a shade to blend the black with. So I'm going to use the shade Latte from the K-Beauty Bare Soul eyeshadow palette, this one. I'm just going to apply this into my crease very lightly. And now let's use a little bit of the shade Cedar. And I'm going to focus this into my crease. Now that we have a transition going on over there, let's apply the black. So for black, you can use any kohl. You can also use a gel eyeliner. I am just going to use this Lakme Iconic Kajal. And to even this out, I am going to use the Prosh P11 brush. I mean, you can also use a gel eyeliner for this. It will probably be easy if you use gel eyeliner. Alright, so now I am going to use the single eyeshadow. It's the Nars Hardwired eyeshadow. This one is in the shade Mendoza. And I think that this is a duochrome eyeshadow. The shade that I have has got a golden pink kind of shift. Like you can see from this side, this looks almost golden, then pink. So I think I am going to use my finger to apply this. This is a very beautiful shade and I really like this shade on my skin tone. And I don't know why I feel that it looks more dramatic if you apply it this way. Just use a black as the base. It feels like, yes, I have applied something on my eyes, The best thing about this eyeshadow is that this has got zero fallout. Like, I am applying it very casually and there is no fallout at all. So now let's try the mascara. This is the Nars Climax Dramatic Volumizing Mascara. I'm just going to curl my lashes again. Ooh, this is giving me some volume and lift too. I end up not liking the mascara from most brands. There is not a lot of lift, but there definitely is some volume. It's just that the wand is a bit too big for my lower lashes. On my lashes, it feels very similar to the Too Faced mascara. They did send me a liquid eyeliner too. This is the Nars Climax liquid eyeliner. But I don't know if I should do a winged liner with this look. But I want to see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I really like how you can control your stroke with this. It's kind of a 3D pen. Alright, so let's move to blush. And I'm really excited to try this product. This is the Nars blush in the shade Orgasm. So this blush has got a pearly finish. I'm just going to swatch this first. It's golden and pink. I am using the Prosh P02 brush for this. Can you see the glow that this gives? So it looks pink from the front and golden from the side. Now there is not a lot of pink. I can see golden more than the pink. This is also more on the buildable side. You won't get a bunch of pigmentation in one go. This looks so golden from the side. I mean, you just don't need a highlighter if you're using this blush. This is probably something that I will wear during the night and not during the daytime, because I think the golden kind of looks like a powder highlighter. This is like the powder version of one of the DM Beauty blushes that I tried. I'm gonna mention the shade over here. It looks exactly the same, it's just that it's in a powder form. But I'm hoping that this is going to have a superior formula and it's going to be more long lasting because of the price, but we'll find that out during the wear test. And now finally let's get to lips. I have got two shades. I definitely cannot use the red because it won't go with the eyes, but I can use this. But I'm going to swatch both the shades. So first I have the Nars Power Matte lipstick, and this one is in the shade Dragon Girl. This lipstick looks so beautiful. Let me just show you. I love the packaging. It's so sleek. I think this is a blue tone red. Really like the pigmentation. Also, the wand is very slim, so it's really easy to apply this lipstick. This has got a powder matte finish. It becomes very powdery and matte once you finish the application. You know what? I think that the eyeshadow reminds me very much of the Mars Northern Lights on a Pan eyeshadow palettes, the singles. Now let's try the Nars Afterglow Lip Balm. This is a moisturizing balm with a blend of antioxidants to help condition and protect lips. Okay, this has such a good formula. It feels like heaven on my lips. It's just so smooth. It has got a very light pink tint. And the shine is also very beautiful. I personally like this lip balm more than the lipstick because these days I'm leaning a lot towards glosses, lip balms, you know, anything that gives my lips a glossy shine. This is definitely one of my favorite products. Alright, so the makeup is on and it's 1:31. I think I'm going to keep this on till 7 and then I'll let you know my final thoughts on all the products. I am going to remove this lip balm because I have to film a couple of more videos. So for that I need to remove the lip balm. Alright, so it's almost 7:30 and now let's talk about these products. Just so you know, I reapplied the lip balm after I finished filming the videos. First thing I want to say about this foundation is that it doesn't crease. It did come off from a few areas like this area. I can see that there is very little foundation left, but there is no prominent creasing, and that's kind of surprising for me because all of my foundations crease in my smile line. This too has creased a little bit, but it still looks very good. So I think this is going to be one of my favorite foundations for winter because this wears really well. I'm not sure how this is going to perform on oily skin or combination skin, but I loved it for my dry skin. Now let's get to concealers. These have a very creamy formula. I love the pigmentation. It still looks very natural on my skin and I'm loving that. Also, I feel that this is a product that is going to work for all skin types. Now let's get to the blush. The glow is still there, it didn't move. I can see some color fading because it doesn't look as pink as when I applied it, but the glow, it's still there. This golden glow is just not something for me personally, but if you love glam looks, you're gonna love this blush. Let's get to the eyeshadow. The thing that I love the most is it still looks really good. There is no creasing at all. Now it can also be because of the black base that we applied, but I really love how this looks on my eyes. Now the mascara is just like a normal mascara, I'd say. It does give volume, but it doesn't lift your lashes. Now I didn't try the Power Matte lipstick properly, I just swatched it, but I'm definitely going to wear this and I'll let you know my opinion on this. Same for the liquid eyeliner. The Afterglow lip balm is something that I'll highly recommend. It moisturizes your lips for a long time. So my top 2 products from all the products that I tried will be number 1, the lip balm. When I got the package, I was not very excited to try this, but this ended up being one of my favorite products. Number 2, the concealer. It's totally worth the hype. I just love the formula and I feel that this is a very universal product, will work on most skin types. I really hope that you guys find this video helpful. If you did, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.